Let's talk about, away from Zaporizhia, let's talk about the Ukrainian offensive. It started on Monday, it's in the south, day 4. How's it going?
Yes, Kimberly, it's going quite quickly, and it's a big offensive. It's about 160 kilometres in a big arc from southwest of Kherson right round to the north. And at the moment, there's quite a big breakthrough at Velika Kostromka, which is only a village. But the reason that that's quite important is that that is the area that controls the road down to Novokakhovka, which is a very important hydroelectric plant. There's a dam there which controls the water to Crimea. And what this tells us is that the Ukrainians, in a way, are going for broke here. That they've got two objectives. They're trying to liberate Kherson and get hold of Novokakhovka. And so this big offensive is pretty ambitious. It's got to move quickly, and it looks as if the Ukrainians are moving on about 4 breakthrough lines in this very long 160-kilometre front. So we'll see how it goes, but this is what we've been waiting to see. Can they really do it? They're giving it quite a big shot here, and they will want to try to capture both of those places within a matter of weeks, I guess.
So is that the end game, those 2 places, or do you see this going even further?
They're not saying, and we don't know, this is my interpretation, but if you look at where they're putting their forces, it's pretty clear that they're not just trying to take Kherson, they're trying to encircle all the Russian troops who are west of the Dnieper River. This is the Dnieper River. The Russians have got about 20,000 troops in this area. And if they can actually encircle them, if they can threaten to cut them off, the idea must be that if Russian forces feel that they're getting cut off, they will have to withdraw from Kherson. They may have to withdraw from Novokakhovka. And what that means is that the Ukrainians then can take back the city they really want, the only big city the Russians hold, without having to fight for it, without shelling it, which they obviously don't want to do. They want to put the Russians in a situation where the Russians have to withdraw. That, I think, is what they're trying to achieve.
OK. Away from the Ukraine, but still on the same sort of subject, we've had the news in the last hour that Vladimir Putin is not going to attend Mikhail Gorbachev's funeral. It's being held on Saturday.
Yeah.
They've said that he's paid his tribute today, whatever that means, but he's not going to this funeral. What do you make of that?
Yes, I mean, Vladimir Putin does not want to be identified with Gorbachev. I mean, Gorbachev is a very unpopular figure in Russia. He's an extremely popular figure in the rest of the world because he was the man who effectively ended the Cold War from the point of view of the Soviet Union. But he lost control of what he was trying to do. He was a decent man. He wasn't always a pacifist. I mean, he sent the tanks into Tbilisi in Georgia, into Azerbaijan. He sent tanks into Lithuania. But when the big demonstrations occurred, when Eastern Europe was clearly desperate for change, he did not send the tanks in then, and he didn't send the tanks in when the Soviet Union collapsed. And the Soviet Union went out of business in December 1991. It was astonishing. They ended, they finished after 70, 80 years. And so Putin does not want to be identified with that, because Putin is trying to recreate all of the things that he thinks that Gorbachev gave away. And so his, his lack of sympathy for Gorbachev, I think, is indicated by the way he's trying to nuance his tributes to him.
Yeah, tribute paid today, but won't be at the funeral. OK, Professor Michael Clarke, thank you so much.